check this watch I have. This is a blue dial. They just compared to the one that we're gonna review right now. This is super simple. Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Dennis from Affordable Swiss Watches, and today we have iconic watch. The watch, the holy grail of all Rolexes. Rolex Daytona with Panda dial, reference number 126500LN. And also, we're gonna look at the watch and we will compare its characteristics with the previous discontinued Panda with the reference number 116500LN. So before we start, make sure you put the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also please let me know in the comments below what you think about this masterpiece. So let's go! Okay, so let's check this new Daytona. It is also known for its nickname Panda because of the white dial and black subdials. If you ask me what changed in design compared to previous model, I would say that the outer rims of the subdials, they became thinner. In the previous model, they was slightly more thicker. Like errors, hour markers, they also became more thinner. In the previous model, they were slightly thicker. The overall case size stayed the same, it's still 40mm, and main improvements actually happened under the hood of this movement. In this model, Rolex implemented movement number 4131, and they made so many small upgrades to the parts of that movement and materials. So now this watch has a power reserve up to 70 hours. So compared to the previous one, which only had about 50 hours power reserve. Cerachrom bezel in black ceramic is striking contrast and giving this Daytona classic look. It really matches the outer rims of the subdial colors and overall gives this watch stunning look. Now let's get into details. So the white dial with the black subdials still remains a signature look for this model, and it continues to offer great legibility with the bold chromalite hour markers and black accents. The Cerachrom bezel is highly resistant to scratches and fading, making it a perfect material for the sport chronograph like Daytona. As I already mentioned, the key difference is actually under the hood of this watch, and Rolex have improved the caliber. So now this watch hosts caliber 4131. In new movement, Rolex has implemented chronergy escapement, which give this watch up to 72 hours of power reserve. So compared to previous Daytona, that one only had up to 50 hours of power reserve. Also, in this generation of Daytona, Rolex has for the first time showed a see-through back, but that see-through back is only and exclusively available for platinum Daytonas. This stainless steel Daytona still has a solid back. Finally, Rolex decided to change something in their design, because many manufacturers, starting from Breitling and Hublot and Omega, AP, Patek, they doing see-through backs for a long period of time already, and Rolex is catching up there now. This is the first Daytona which has a see-through back. Aside from the Daytona, earlier this year there was another model presented with a see-through back, but that was 1908, which we had reviewed. Did we review? No, not yet. Maybe in the future we will have a review for 1908, because there are 6 variations of the model and we definitely would get our hands to one of them soon. The oyster bracelet stayed the same as in the previous generation. It consists of 3 parts, and the middle one is with a high polished stainless steel. So be careful when you wear this watch, because it's gonna catch the scratches so fast, but you can always polish it. By default, this oyster bracelet should perfectly fit the wrist up to 7.5 inches in length. But there's also an easy extension system, and it allows to enlarge the length of the bracelet up to 5 millimeters without actually having any special tools for that. Rolex calls this easy extension comfort link. However, inside the buckle, our bracelet is currently set into the middle position. There are 3 of them: short, long and middle, so right now it's in the middle. Safety clasp stay the same. Same folding buckle with a safety clasp. Let me actually put it on my other hand.
Oh my gosh!
Now I have 2 Rolexes. Which one would be your perfect? Let me know in the comments below. But this is the holy grail for all Rolex watches. For example, any manufacturer has its own super cool model everyone wish. Rolex has Daytona, AP has Royal Oak Offshore, Royal Oak, Patek has Nautilus, but those are more highly valued watches. Rolex is a mass market actually, so among all Rolex models, this is a super desirable and extremely difficult to get watch. Its retail price is 15,000, but on the secondary market, on independent watch dealers market, this watch goes up to 33,000–34,000. So on the wrist, it feels just like you expect it to feel. Such a nice weight distribution between the watch body and the buckle is reached because the bracelet is made of steel and it distributes the weight pretty much equally between the all length, and the buckle is heavier than the bracelet, so yeah, it gives you a nice when you wear and when you twist your wrist every time you check the time. As Rolex says, its biggest achievement in this model is the updated caliber 4131, because they've made so many improvements, very small under the hood improvements in efficiency and in power reserve, so they never done this before. They claim this is one of the best movements they ever created. However, it's up to you to decide either you're willing to pay twice MSRP for this watch just for movement improvements, or maybe you would consider something more affordable, like same model for previous generation or generation before previous generation. They very look alike. Only trained eye can actually spot the difference between this and previous generation. But without any doubts, this watch is really catching attention. If you wear this watch and you on some occasion going somewhere, everyone will be looking at you because of this watch. This is view catcher, eye stopper. So to wrap things up, this current generation Rolex Daytona continues its legacy. It also combined with the many small improvements, especially inside the movement, and gives this watch huge, compared to previous generation, huge efficiency and greater power reserve. But honestly, it is really up to you as a buyer or watch collector. Either you're ready to pay double MSRP for such improvements, or maybe you'd consider something more affordable from previous generation, pre-owned, or maybe even from different manufacturers. For example, Zenith, who actually was supplier of movements for Rolex Daytonas for a few generations before, they have very nice alternative to Daytona. I'll put the link somewhere over there. Yeah, this is nice, iconic, holy grail of all Rolex's watch. If you don't have any limitations on your budget, definitely recommend you to consider this watch. If you're on a budget, think about this model with a black dial. It's slightly cheaper, 3–4,000 less. If you're on smaller budget, then you should consider pre-owned model from previous generation or the one before, or even different watch brand like Zenith or Omega. If you're interested in purchasing this or any other Rolex watch, please let me know in the description or send us a message via any social network. All links will be in the description by this video. And also, I would love to hear what you think about this Daytona. This is a nice watch. I would love to have it, to own it, to add it to my collection. Thanks again for watching. This was Dennis from Affordable Swiss Watches, and stay tuned because there will be more videos coming to the channel where we do hands-on review of different models from different brands. Thank you for watching. Bye.